It's the day-to-day grind. You're sitting at your desk staring at your to-do list thinking, how am I going to get through this? Yep, you're wearing too many hats. CEO, CFO, CMO, and oh yes, the person who makes sure there's coffee in the break room. It's no wonder you're feeling overwhelmed. Now, it's a common feeling for entrepreneurs, but it doesn't have to be a constant feeling. Here's the good news. AI isn't here to add another hat to your collection. It's here to get rid of a few. Welcome back to Small Business Big AI. I'm Kim, and if you're tuning in again, it means that you are ready to dive deeper into how AI can help. So, today we're focusing on a topic that resonates with many of you, and that's overwhelm. Now, as entrepreneurs, we're often juggling a million and one things at once. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like trying to keep flaming chainsaws airborne while riding a unicycle on a tightrope. Now picture that. And you're over a pit of hungry alligators. And to add to that, you gotta keep smiling like everything's cool, even though you're only one slip away from becoming gator chow. It's like, hey, look at me. I'm living the dream. Meanwhile, you're just praying you don't drop a saw, lose a limb, and become gator bait. Sound familiar? Yeah, I thought so. So today we're going to talk about this powerful tool that can help you, the overwhelmed entrepreneur, reclaim your time, reduce stress, and make your business work for you, not the other way around. Now, let me say that another way. We're going to talk about this powerful tool that can help you, the overwhelmed entrepreneur, stay afloat, or better yet, walk across that tightrope without becoming gator bait. Because yes, running a small business can feel overwhelming, but it doesn't need to. Not anymore. Not today. Not when we have the help of an AI safety net. Now, I can imagine what you might be thinking right now. How much is this tool going to cost me? This AI stuff is for tech giants, large companies that can afford, or large companies with big teams that know how to use it, right? You're thinking, I'm overwhelmed just thinking about this. This is not helping me, Kim. I'm ready to hit that skip button and move on to the next podcast. Now, I tried to give you a chance, but this is overwhelming me? Unintended here. Okay, hold up. I get it. Don't skip just yet. Let's get into that feeling, that overwhelm, because I'm going to share with you that AI could be the safety net that you didn't know you needed, the safety net that you really didn't think you could afford. And no, it's not going to take away the thrill of running your business the way you want to, but it sure can make things a whole lot less nerve-wracking. Right now, some of you might be listening to this podcast while walking the treadmill or maybe even driving home from a long day at the office. So, to make your time a bit more enjoyable and entertaining, let's start with a little story. Let's start with this scenario. It's still early in the day. You're trying to manage your time. but your inbox looks like a post-apocalyptic wasteland. Your calendar is a mess, and you're spending more time putting out fires than actually growing your business. Now, stacks of paperwork clutter your desk, policy renewals, claim forms, client inquiries, oh my. Then the quaint little bell above the door chimes, signaling another client entering Mark's insurance agency. Mark forces a smile, but his mind is racing. Later that evening, Mark sits alone in his office, the weight of the day heavy on his shoulders. He missed his son's baseball game again. A missed call from a longtime client flashes on the screen, a pang of guilt hitting him. This isn't the life I envisioned, he mutters. Frustration is evident in his voice. Now, driving home, Mark tunes into a podcast to distract himself from the day's chaos. It's the Small Business Big AI podcast. And the host's voice cuts through the static, talking about AI for small businesses like his. Now, Mark almost changes the channel, dismissing it as irrelevant to his old school agency. But something about the host's passion piques his interest. The podcast host shares a story about an insurance agent who used AI to automate routine tasks, freeing up time for client relationships. Now, Mark's ears perk up. Could AI be the answer to his overwhelm? Could it help him reclaim his time and focus on what truly matters? Now, Mark listens a little longer. By the time he arrives home, he's decided to dip his toes into the AI waters. And the next day, he dives into the podcast show notes, following the links and starting his research. Wow, this is easy, he thinks to himself, impressed by the comprehensive resources available. They have everything already laid out. I can start with a simple chatbot to handle basic inquiries on my website. Now, he's a bit nervous, worried about clients feeling like they're talking to a robot, but he proceeds. And to his surprise, the chatbot is a hit. Clients appreciate the instant responses, and Mark's inbox starts to clear. His digital assistant never takes a break, never forgets a deadline, and never complains. His digital assistant works 24/7, managing his calendar, scheduling meetings, and sending follow-up emails, all without him having to lift a finger. Now, as you can imagine, Mark is overjoyed. His inbox is no longer a black hole overwhelming him day in and day out. The little bot automatically sorts his messages, filters out spam, and even drafts responses to customer issues and complaints. Now, with this newfound time, Mark can focus on strategic decisions that will help him scale his business. Instead of being the small business entrepreneur wearing too many hats, he can finally work on his business, not in it. There's no more 5 a.m. email ping pong matches. But let's be honest, the world is moving at a faster pace now than ever before. With constant technological advancements, political and economic uncertainty, handling Mark's inbox is just not enough. What about marketing? You need to stay top of mind with your customers. Be the first business that Joe, Sally, or Dahlia thinks about. Now, business is competitive. In fact, marketing is competitive and expensive for small businesses, especially when you're just starting out. And the more affordable, less expensive ways like social media and digital newsletters take a lot of time. Now, crafting social media posts, writing newsletter copy, and keeping up with analytics can feel like a full-time job itself. And you're already wearing too many hats as it is. So, if only there was a way to clone yourself. Well, AI is the next best thing. However, if you figured out an inexpensive way to actually clone yourself, please let me know, because I might just have another business opportunity for you. But for now, let's keep the focus on AI and how it can help with the overwhelm. So right now, today, there are tools out there like Buffer or Hootsuite that can schedule your social media posts across multiple platforms, analyze engagement, and even suggest the best times to post based on when your audience is most active. Now, it's like having a social media manager, a data analyst, and a marketing strategist all rolled into one. It's big company employees at small business prices. And let's not forget AI-driven copywriting tools like copy.ai or Jasper. Now, these can help you create compelling content that resonates with your audience without spending hours staring at a blank screen. And you don't even have to hire outside help. Again, big company employees at small business prices. Now, who knew you could compete with the big boys so easily? Imagine this. Instead of spending your mornings tweaking your latest posts, you've got AI handling it. Now, you're free to do something that actually moves the needle in your business, like brainstorming new product ideas or meeting with clients, or hey, even taking a well-deserved break. I heard there's coffee and donuts in the break room. Now, all right, we've covered time management. We've covered marketing. Now, let's get back to Mark. Because the transition to AI isn't without its challenges. Mark has to learn the ins and outs of this new technology, and there are a few bumps in the road. But he's determined to master this. He joins online forums, connects with other agents using AI, and gradually gains confidence in his decision to bring his old school agency into the AI era. Now, this little bot has taken several tasks off his plate. It has taken several hats off his head, easing the overwhelm he once felt. Now, finally, Mark is enjoying a moment of peace. He can relax knowing that his AI assistant has his back. Now, instead of rushing to the office and gulping down stale coffee and day-old donuts, he has time to stop by a customer's cozy little coffee shop and savor a fresh cup of joe. But like any entrepreneur in the insurance industry, he's always on alert. When a major storm hits town, causing widespread damage, Mark's phone explodes with calls from panicked clients. It's all hands on deck. Yet Mark feels a sense of calm amidst the chaos. His AI assistant handles the initial flood of inquiries, allowing Mark and his team to focus on only the most urgent cases. So the storm passes, and Mark's agency emerges stronger than ever. Clients are grateful for the quick responses, and Mark's team is energized by their newfound efficiency. Now, Mark realizes that AI isn't just a tool, it's a transformative force. It's enabled him to provide better service, build stronger relationships, and finally achieve the work-life balance he's been craving and not feel overwhelmed. So Mark's success story spreads throughout the small town. He becomes a local hero, sharing his knowledge with other struggling business owners. He even starts advocating for policies that make AI more accessible to small businesses, ensuring that everyone has an equal chance to thrive. So Mark's agency is now a model of efficiency and innovation. He's able to spend more time with his family, pursue his hobbies, and even expand his business. Now, he's no longer just an insurance agent. He's now a leader, an innovator, and a champion for small businesses in the AI era. Now, if all that talk about AI ain't got you thinking, let me hit you with one more, especially for all you overwhelmed entrepreneurs out there right now. Let's talk about decision fatigue. Now, remember all those hats you're wearing? You're making a million decisions every day, from what color to paint the break room to how to handle that client who's always got something to complain about. Now, it's enough to make your head spin, right? So what if AI could take some of that burden off your shoulders? Now, I was talking to a fellow entrepreneur the other day, and she was drowning in overwhelm like some of you out there. But after she brought in a few AI tools to her retail business, she was finally able to streamline things and get some control back. Now, she even managed to take a vacation. Now, you know that thing most business owners only dream about and never, ever have time to do. So these new artificially intelligent tools can help you beat decision fatigue like it's nobody's business. They analyze your data and give you actionable insights like a personal business advisor whispering in your ear. Now, they can spot trends, predict future sales, and even suggest what moves you should make next. It's like having a crystal ball, but instead of vague fortunes, you get concrete advice like, hey, based on current trends, product X is about to be hot. Maybe you should focus on that this week. Now, suddenly, you're not just making decisions, you're making informed decisions. And the best part, AI doesn't just throw data at you. It breaks it down so you can actually understand it. Now, there's no more squinting at spreadsheets or trying to decode those analytics reports that, look like they were written in ancient hieroglyphics. It's like having big company support, again, at small business prices. And we're not talking about those generic automated responses either. This is personalized advice tailored to your business. So before we wrap up, let's take a moment to reflect on a few practical tips for using AI to overcome overwhelm. Now, number one, identify your biggest pain points. This is where you are spending the most time and effort. Number two, choose the right AI tools. Now, there are many options available, so you've got to do your research and find the tools that best suit the needs of your business. And number three, and this one is important if you are just beginning your AI journey, I need you to start small and gradually scale. Now, don't try to do everything all at once. In fact, be like Mark. Add one tool at a time. Finally, number four, don't be afraid to ask for help. If you're struggling, don't hesitate to reach out to other entrepreneurs or experts for advice. Rely on others like us who have been down this newly traveled path. Yes, AI can do amazing things, but as I said before, it's not about replacing you. It's not even about replacing me. It's not about replacing that local small business that you and I know and love. That local small business that supports the varsity high school football team. That volunteers to help the sick. And you know the business I'm talking about. because it's your small business. What it is about is freeing you up to do what you do best, being the visionary, the creative force, the driving energy behind your business, the entrepreneur who started this journey with a dream and a whole lot of guts. Now, AI is here to help you get back to that, to the things that light you up, the big ideas that made you start this business in the first place. So instead of feeling overwhelmed, imagine feeling empowered. Instead of drowning in tasks, imagine soaring above them like an eagle with AI as the wind beneath your wings. Now, Mark's story is a powerful reminder that AI isn't just for the big guys. It's a tool that can empower any small business owner to break free from overwhelm, achieve their dreams, and live a more fulfilling life. Now, Mark's insurance agency may have been fictional, but it was inspired by my own real-world experience as a woman entrepreneur starting out in a male-dominated industry. So, to all my fellow women entrepreneurs out there, and the gentlemen who champion us, you're hungry to learn more about starting, scaling, and even selling a business in this exciting AI era, then I've got something special for you. My latest book, The Success Sequence, A Woman Entrepreneur's Guide to Start, Scale, and Sell a Business in the AI Era. It hits shelves this December. You can find it on Amazon. Now, it's packed with insights and strategies to help you navigate this new landscape and build the business of your dreams. So go ahead and mark your calendars because this one's for you. Now that's it for today's episode of Small Business Big AI. I hope you're feeling a little less overwhelmed and a lot more inspired to just start integrating AI into your business. Remember, it's all about taking small steps that lead to big changes. Now, if you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to hit subscribe and leave a review. It really helps others discover this podcast. And if there's a specific challenge you're facing as a small business owner, I'd love to hear about it. So shoot me an email and who knows, it may just be the topic of an upcoming episode. Next time, we're going to dive into how AI can help you systematize your business for growth. Because let's be honest, you didn't start your business to work 24/7. AI can do that. You started it to build something that lasts. So until then, keep embracing change, keep innovating, and remember, the future of your business is bigger than you think. Now, I'm Kim, and this has been Small Business Big AI. Thanks for listening, and I'll catch you in the next episode.